Let's practice improper versus mixed fractions. Okay, so what we have here is a mixed fractions because we have 2 and 2/3. So we're going to convert it. We're going to convert mixed fractions to an improper fractions. Okay, so this here is the same thing as, by the way, I'm just thinking on the side, this is the same thing as 2 plus 2/3. This does not mean 2 times 2/3. Be careful. But there's a quick trick here. The quick way to convert this is to go 3 times 2, the bottom times the left. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 3 is going to be 8. It's going to be what we just did there, the algorithm, all divided by this denominator. So 8 divided by 3. Once again, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, divided by 3. And there's our nice improper fraction. So improper fractions is when the numerator is greater than the denominator. But generally, we're trying to work towards the form box over box. Instead of 3 parts, we have 2 parts. And that's great. This is an acceptable answer in math, and so is this. Now let's do it the slow, tedious way. What's 2 plus 2/3? If you really want, you can say that the number 2 is the same thing as 2 divided by 1 plus 2/3. And now here we're just adding fractions. Remember how to do that? We're going to make the 1 on the bottom the same and have the same common denominator as this 2/3 here. So we're going to make the bottom a 3. But if you're changing the 1 to a 3, we're multiplying by 3. So we have to multiply 3 times 2 is going to be 6. The number on the right, we're just leaving it alone. The bottom is a 3, so the top remains to be a 2. And 6 plus 2 is going to be 8. So we did it the slow way on the right here. And the quick way is simply some algorithm here. This times this plus this divided by this. And that's great. Now let's go the other way around. How do you convert this improper fraction to a mixed fraction? And this is where you need to refresh some long division. This is 8 divided by 3. Now be careful, students often mix these numbers up. It's always the numerator, which we'll make into a nice square here, 8, and I recommend you time it right, divided by 3, the denominator. It goes over here. So make sure you have this question rewritten in this form here, and just be careful. 3 times what becomes almost 8? 3 times 2 is 6. If we said 3 times 3, that would be 9, and you're not allowed to actually pass the number 8. So it's 3 times 2 is 6. Cha-ching, we're going to subtract. Top minus bottom is going to be a 2. And there's our answer. The answer is on top here. We're going to just really emphasize this is called a quotient. So what is 8 divided by 3? Question mark? The answer is 2. Right there. But we're not quite done yet. It's going to be 2, and it's going to be this number here, which is the remainder, over this number here, which we're going to call the divisor. So the final answer, 8 divided by 3, is going to be 2 and 2/3, which also means 2 plus 2/3. So the quotient and the remainder over the divisor.